Hi and welcome to the fifth tutorial. After completing the testimonials page and section, now what we're going to do is create the news and events section. This is slightly different to creating pages. What we're going to do is use the posts functions to create news items. So the first thing we do is, it's going to be very simple. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to posts, because this is what we're going to use to do the news and events section. The first thing we'll do is within posts, click on categories, and we'll create a category to put all our posts into, and this category is going to be called news and events. Okay, and that's all we do, and we just go across and we'll click, it's at the bottom, add new category. So the category has now been added to the list of categories we have. Now we've got a news and events category, we can start creating posts on news and events to put in them. So the post is basically the container for the information for the news and events. So we'll go to posts and we'll add a post. And what we need to do now is we need to enter a title. We need to put some information. It's going to be this. Say for instance, example, this is a news item. Well, you know, if you've got your own news item, you can just type it in, copy your text from Word, and put your own image in if you like. We'll put an image on these posts later on when we start adding content. But for now, we'll zip over to the BBC News. Perhaps we'll pitch a bit of news from there and stick it into the news and events on our website. Let's have a look at cricket. It's a nice current one. And there's the heading, so we'll copy the heading and we'll paste it into our post as a heading, and then we'll copy some of the text as well. We'll copy down to about there, I should think would be enough. Or maybe a bit further. Let's copy all the way down to the bottom. We just copied this by here, but we just copy it as an example. So right click and we need to Control and C for copy, and then back to the content management system, paste it in individual, click in, and Control and V to paste the information in. It's picking up all the links as well and everything, so we'll leave the links on there for now. And once you've actually pasted in the content, all we need to do then is publish, but as before, uncheck allow comments and trackbacks and click on publish. Oh, I forgot to do something. We'll wait for this to save now. We'll go back again. We've saved that, but what we want to do is to save this into the news and events category, which is there, which I didn't do. So uncheck, check the news and events, and update. We've saved that, and we can do another one if we like. We can add a new post. Let's add a new one, and we'll put in another news item using posts. And in the content we'll put some what we generally do when we look for text is we use a system called lorem ipsum. So if you're going to Google, you don't have to do this. We'll show you how to do this now when we do the workshop. Lorem ipsum, and all it does is just dummy text. And so all we do is when we build a site, we fill it up with dummy text, which is Latin, to see what the page looks like from a design perspective. So we copy that, and we press Control C for copy, go back to the news item, and we paste it in, and we can give it a bit of a space, and that's just some dummy text in another post heading, which is going to be a news item or event, and we click on publish. Again, uncheck allow trackbacks and comments, and click published. So when we click on posts now, we have 2 posts, another news item and the Pakistani cricketers. When we view the front end and we click Control F5, you'll notice something different now with this. When the page updates, it doesn't show on the front end, and that's because, as I said before, this is slightly different. We're using a category, not a page, and we're using posts in that category to allow the post then to come under the heading of news and events. So what we now need to do is we're now going to create our own menu, and this is simple enough to do. What we do is we go down to Appearance and click on Menus, and we create a new menu name, and this is going to be, we'll call this Navigation Top. Okay, because you can have more than one navigation on a page. And we click Create Menu. The menu's now been created, and once it creates it, it gives us these options on the left hand side. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose our navigation that we just created as the main navigation. And if you look at pages, these are all the pages we created, so we just check those. Okay, you've got to select all if you wanted to. We'll add this to the menu we've just created. And now you can see these in the menu container for the navigation top, and these are the pages we've just created. So we've added them now to this menu, and also the category we created, which was news and events, we check that and we add that to the menu as well. And they've all now been added to the menu. We click Save Menu. Now when we go to the front end again, use the navigation, press Control F5, and we can see now News and Events has been added to the menu. If we click on News and Events, we can see that the news events or news posts are now showing on the page itself. One thing to notice on this news and events page is that I entered 2 posts under this category, but the one's not showing, and so that tells me is that I haven't assigned it the news and events category when I created the post. So go back to the content management system, click on posts, click on another news item, and if we go over to the right, you can see that it's an uncategorized and not in that one. So we uncheck that one, check news and events, and then update. And now when we press Control F5, it's now showing the 2 posts that we've created. One last thing before we finish this tutorial is the menu itself. Now you just saw us create a menu to include the news and events category, and these are now showing in their own order. Alright, so there's some things to bear in mind here. First of all, they're in any order, and secondly that the home page is gone. Now the home page is gone because it's picking up the page we added to the menu, which was Welcome to MySys, and if you remember, that was the home page when we set it up as a static page at the very beginning. But now we've created our own menu, we simply have to go back and set that now as the home page and put these menus, or put these menu links in the order we want them. It's a simple process. We go back to menus. This is the menu we created, and if you remember, the Welcome to MySys was originally the home page, so click on the down arrow and change the navigation label to Home. Okay, and when we save that and we flick back to the main page and click Control F5 again, we can see now that's changed that to Home. So all we now need to do is to put these in some respectable order. And all we can do really is quite easy. We just drag and place them wherever we want to place them. So we click and hold the home, and we lift that and we place it to the top of the menu tree. The next one we look at is testimonials. I think that's okay there. And then gallery, and then contact us. But contact us sometimes is at the end of the menu, so we'll just drag it and pull it down, and then click Save Menu. Look at the front end again and press Ctrl F5 to see the changes. And there we have it: Home, Testimonials, Gallery, News and Events, and Contact Us. And that's how easy it is to create a news section and to organize menu items through the new menu system.